It's fall, y'all. There's so much coming to streaming this month, and this time I'm going to be going over multiple streaming services. So sit tight. Up next are my picks for sci-fi and fantasy to stream in October. What's up, everyone? I'm Karama, aka the Blurred Girl, and if you're new here, welcome. Please take a moment to subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment below. First up, the Blade Trilogy. Now, all three of Marvel's Daywalker movies are coming to Hulu in October. Now, Blade started the MCU, yeah, I said it, in 1998 and was directed by Stephen Norrington. Now, it starred Wesley Snipes as Blade, Chris Christopherson as Watcher, Stephen Dorff as Nemesis Deacon Frost, and hematologist Karen Jensen was played by M'Bushe Wright. What the hell happened to M'Bushe? Where are you, girl? The movie also starred an unknown Sanaa Lathan as Blade's mama. Completely forgot about that until I started researching this. This movie was a classic. When you get a second, you gotta check out my interview with Marv Wolfman. He is the writer that created Blade for Marvel Comics. I interviewed him earlier this year. I'll put it somewhere, I'll link up there. Now, Blade 2 was directed by Guillermo del Toro. Remember how the Reapers in that one looked just like the Vamps in The Strain? Like the Strigoi looked just like them? Well, that's because Guillermo del Toro was basically executive producer of that show as well. Now, Blade 3 was directed by David Goyer. I feel it's more of a tangent Blade movie than a full-on Blade movie, simply because Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel got way more screen time since Wesley wasn't pleased with the script or the director. They got in a fight. Wesley at one point didn't talk to him. He kept his eyes closed into CGI his eyes or something. It was really insane. At any rate, now that we're eventually getting a Blade movie starring Mahershala Ali, it's time to sit back and see the movies that started it all. The Blade Trilogy hits Hulu on October 1st. Up next is Supergirl. We have no proof that Helen Slater's Supergirl is going to make a reappearance during the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths event in December, but we are sure that Supergirl is coming to Netflix on October 1st. If you're a DC Universe subscriber, then you already have access to all this, but Netflix got a hold of it for this month, so the rest of us can see it. Supergirl did not get good reviews back in 1984. It was not well received at all, despite being a follow-up to Christopher Reeve's Superman movies. And despite star Faye Dunaway's turn as the evil Selena. In this movie, Kara comes to Earth in search of the Omega Hedron, a device that is of vital importance to Krypton, but somehow falls off that planet and lands on ours. Of course, Kara takes it upon herself to retrieve it and come to Earth. But of course, Dunaway's evil Selena has got it, and hijinks ensue. Despite its low-budget campiness, it was really a hit with true Superman fans and remains a cult classic to this day. Faye Dunaway is really the star of this film. And a bit of trivia for you, Faye was not originally cast for the role. The first choice, Dolly Parton. Supergirl hits Netflix on October 1st. Superman Returns. Netflix is really trying to cash in on Arrowverse fans this month. Superman Returns, starring Brandon Routh, basically was the 2006 sequel to Richard Donner's first two Superman films. He just kind of skipped two, and the quest for peace, I guess, just doesn't exist in his world. This movie has been heralded as the closest to Christopher Reeve's Superman in the DCEU. Some may recognize Ralph as Ray Palmer, aka the Atom on Legends of Tomorrow. You'll definitely want to check this movie out before Ralph dons the cape again, along with Smallville's Tom Welling and Supergirl's Tyler Hoechlin. All of these guys are going to be playing Superman across several CW shows starting in December when Crisis on Infinite Earths begins. Superman returns to Netflix on October 1st. Seis Manos. Now, in August, I was talking about how Cannon Busters was coming to Netflix, and it was created by American LaShawn Thomas. Now, this month, we get Seis Manos, or Six Hands, a new anime series from US-based, Japanese-owned Viz Media coming to Netflix as well. It's about three orphaned martial arts warriors who team up with a DEA agent and a Mexican federale to battle for justice after their beloved mentor is murdered on the streets of their tiny border town. It's a classic you killed my master, now prepared to die scenario, except maybe not as racist. Some of the voiceover cast include Luke Cage's Mike Coulter along with Danny Trejo. Plus, all 8 episodes will drop at once in both Spanish and English. Seis Manos was animated by Powerhouse Animation. That's the studio that did Adi Shankar's Castlevania and Castlevania 2. The character designs were by award-winning comic book artist Eddie Munoz, and it was written by Brad Graber and Alvaro Rodriguez. Seis Manos drops on Netflix on October 3rd. Raising Dion. Now this one I'm really excited about. I've been looking forward to this one. Raising Dion first showed up as a comic book back in 2015. Creator Dennis Liu created a book about a little black boy with superpowers that was being raised by his single mom, who was desperately trying to protect him from a mysterious agency while also trying to let him have a normal life. Now Liu was very smart and created a live-action trailer to promote the comic, which went viral. I remember seeing this. It was of such high quality that we thought a new show was coming out. It was such a hit that actor-producer Michael B. Jordan optioned it, and that is how it's coming to Netflix this month. He's also starring in it as Dion's dad, who passed away. Now that is all I'm giving away. Raising Dion hits Netflix on October 4th. Men in Black and Men in Black 2. Now, if the recent sequel left you longing for that old Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones team up, then Netflix has you covered. Both Men in Black and Men in Black 2 hit the streaming service this month. Now, if you've never seen the original, it's not to be missed. Vincent D'Onofrio's performance especially. Yep, that's the future Kingpin on Daredevil, unrecognizable in this movie as the alien Edgar, who takes over a dead human corpse that he can't stop from decaying. Edgar is literally made up of little insects that look like roaches, and everybody kept telling me that they were aliens, but I'm sorry, those are roaches. I live in New York. And who can forget Biz Markie as the alien in the post office, where Smith finds Agent K suffering from amnesia in MIB2. Men in Black 2 hits Netflix on October 1st, while the original Men in Black streams October 19th. Watchmen. Now, tons of comic book fans have theorized what this show on HBO is going to be about. None of us know everything, but here's what we do know. It does take place after the original movie, and it will stay canon-ish, but none of the movie's original characters, except for Adrian Veidt, now older and played by Jeremy Irons, are still around. So it's an alternate history, based in our reality, but shaped by the lore of the original Alan Moore comic book series. The plot, well, it's basically about white supremacy. Basically, a group in Tulsa, Oklahoma takes old Rorschach was the character that had like the Rorschach test on his face. Basically, they take his ideas and twist them, which doesn't take much. And now they're targeting the police like terrorists, who then put on masks themselves and take on the roles of vigilantes. One of those officers is Detective Angela Abar, played by Academy Award winner Regina King. She's got to fight not just the white supremacists, but apparently institutionalized racism itself. Where's Olivia Pope when you need her? The show also stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen from Aquaman, and Don Johnson, Lou Gossett Jr., where did they dig him up from, and Francis Fisher. Not gonna lie, this one makes me equally curious and nervous at the same time. But we'll all find out what's going down soon. Watchmen drops on HBO on October 24th. Daybreak. No, not that terrible Cuba Gooding Jr. movie. This is a new show out about a high school after the zombie apocalypse. Based on the wildly popular comic book by Brian Ralph in 2011 of the same name, Daybreak was a huge hit because the story was told from the perspective of a silent observer, whom everyone talks to. Not sure what the POV on the Netflix show is going to be, but this comedy drama centers around a kid named Josh who's looking for his missing girlfriend in post-apocalyptic Glendale, California. I was just in Glendale, that is so weird. Anyway, he teams up with this 12-year-old pyromaniac named Angelica and a former bully turned samurai warrior, Wesley, to try and find her. Oh, they also have to fight rival Mad Max type high school gangs and zombies because apocalypse. Brad Payton is the showrunner, and he was the director and EP of Rampage, so the effects should be pretty good. Also, what's Matthew Broderick doing in this show? Daybreak drops on Netflix on October 24th. That's it for my picks for October. What are you excited to watch? What are your picks? Let me know in the comments below because it might be something I've never seen before. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends to check out the channel as well. And as always, please follow me across social media. I'm the Blurred Girl everywhere.